Now our next topic is pointer to functions. How we will create these functions and how it will work. Means pointer, we have already declared pointer to primitive data types like character type and integer, double, float. These type of primitive data types we have already created pointers to these data types. So it is also possible to create pointer to functions also, and the declaration of pointer the, is completely dependent upon the prototype of the functions. Means it is also possible to create pointers to functions also, but the declaration of the pointers is completely depends upon the prototype of the function. So this is our syntax for pointer to functions. Return type identity within the parenthesis, and this is the argument list. Okay, this is our argument list. Now next I will explain this syntax within an example. These are the functional pointers. This is the pointers called functional pointers. Means this pointer can points to any function. Now we need to create one function. We need to create for this function pointer. We need to create one function and a pointer that will points to that function. This is called function pointer. Now I'm just creating this add function, and it is taking two variables, int x y, and what is the return type of this? It is also int. Okay, int add int x comma int y. Next, what we are doing, we are after adding x plus y, we are just storing into int z in a z variable and return z. This is our function. The function is ready. Okay. Now this is our pointer. Means what type of, how many type of data, which type of data it is collecting? Integer type of data. Means, and function pointer collect data. How many arguments it is collecting? Two. So we have in the prototype we have declared two integer value, int comma int, and pointer ptr is the name of the pointer or the function pointer. And what is the return type? Int is the return type. So this is the example of function pointer. Now this pointer can points to any function which is taking two integer arguments and return integer only. This is the pointer to the function declaration. Okay, I am explaining. This is function pointer. We have created a add function which is taking two argument of integer type and it is returning integer value. Now, after addition x plus y, and the result is stored into x variable, which is also an integer type, and it will return z. So our function is ready now. This is the syntax for pointer declaration. Means we are taking, if in the add function, if we are taking two integer value as an argument, so we have to declare in the prototype of pointer. Means we will pass two argument of integer type, and ptr is the name of the pointer. Means this is the function pointer. This will points to the add function. So this is a function pointer, and what is the return type? This is the int. So this pointer can point to any function which is taking two integer argument and return is int. Okay, this is the pointer to function declaration. First, we are trying to write two functions in the program. Okay, now this is the program. It is the example of function pointers. Means here we are just creating two functions in the program. Int add, int x comma int y, and addition is collecting by z and return z. And next second function is your int multiply, which is taking three argument, int x and int y and int z, and x into y into z is collecting by int w and it is returned. Now we will create a main function. Here r1 r2 are the two variables which will collect the result after adding and after multiplying. So this is the we in this part we are calling the add function. Add 10 comma 20 means we are passing the values 10 comma 20, and it will, after add these values, it will return into the other. And this is r2 is the local is the variable, and that is equals to multiply 2 3 4 means calling, we are calling these functions. We have already created these two functions, now we are calling these functions 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, printf percentage d r1 r comma r2. So what value means, this is okay, this is we are doing direct calling. Okay, now if what value it will return after adding 10 plus 20, that r1 will return 30, and 2 into 3 is 6, 6 into 4 24, r2 will return. Okay, now ptr, we are, so if we want to create a function pointer, so this is the syntax for function pointer. Okay, now ptr is the function pointer int and this return type. So address of add is storing by pointer ptr, and means what value it is stored, means at the time of function calling, at the time of creation of function, some memory space is allocated in the means some memory is allocated in the memory space like this. This add function at the time of creating, some memory space is allocated by add function also. So 240, for suppose 2046 is the memory location, means this is the entry point to this frame. This is a frame, this is frame number 1 for addition, this is frame 2 for multiplication. So according to this statement, address of add means what is the address of add, 2046 is stored in ptr, means pointer variable storing the address of add. Okay, now it is pointing to this. Pointer is storing the address of this variable and it is pointing to this. Now ptr 30 comma 50 and the result is stored in r3 is also a variable. So 30 and 50 means it is only for adding. Now the is pointer is creating to these function and accessing. I am declaring only one pointer. I am declaring only one pointer, one function pointer. I am declaring pointer variable and this is a local variables. Okay, int pointer int, but this pointer can only point to add. This pointer is only points to add function because of the prototype, means it can't points to the multiplication function. Reason is the prototype, because what is the reason, because we are just passing two integer values, but in the case of multiply we have to pass three integer value, so it will points to the add function only using pointer ptr 2046 at the location what ptr is holding 2046, and 2046 is indicating to the add function pointer. So if you are writing like this, ptr is equals to address of multiply. So it will throw a error, you will get a error message, means what error message you will get, incompatible pointer assignment, incompatible pointer assignment. Okay, this will give a error. What type of error? Incompatible pointer assignment. Okay, so pointer and multiply prototype means ptr and multiply prototype are not matching because multiply is taking three arguments and return because pointer ptr is a pointer which is taking two arguments only and returning integer, but here it is taking three arguments and return integer. Prototype is different, so pointer and multiply prototype is not matching. So this is the reason it will only indicates the add function. It will show, it will access the add function only. At the time of multiply, it will throw an error called incompatible pointer assignment. Incompatible, incompatible pointer assignment because of the prototype is not matching. Okay, because prototype is not matching, it will throw the error. So this is the part. So the question is, why pointer variable identity we are just declaring inside the parenthesis. We are just declaring inside the parenthesis. If we are writing outside, if we are writing pointer ptr outside the parenthesis, what will happen? Because the system or compiler consider pointer int means if we have changed this declaration means if we remove the parenthesis, then the complete declaration has changed. ptr is a function which is taking two integers and what is returning address of integer variables. Int means if we are writing like this, int after removing the parenthesis, ptr int comma int. If we write like this, okay, so the complete declaration has been changed. ptr is a now ptr works as a function which is taking two integer means which is taking two integer, and what is the returning address? It is returning address of integer variable int. This will work as a return type. So where we are having this type of declaration, this is called dangling pointer. Okay, so this is up to the pointer to function part.